Doing? How y'all doing? It is a New Year's Day, right? It is New Year's Day, and your girl is yet tired, okay? But it's okay. We pushing. We're going to do this last video, then we're going to bed, okay? It's almost 9 o'clock, but we've been up all day. How y'all doing on the first day of January in 2026, okay? 2025 is over. It's 2026, y'all. Anybody happy? I hope you're happy because guess what? The old is out and the new is in. So let's get with that. Okay? I'm about to do some covering of two books. I got a composition notebook and I got I think it's a day planner. I almost called the thing a journal, but that's, it's a day planner book. And I am about to cover them, but first I got to create the things that I want to use to cover them with, okay? So that's what we're about to do, okay? Come on, hang out. Let's hang out. Hello there. How you doing? Hello there. Happy New Year to you. How you doing? All right, let's get to this real quick. Okay, so I got some magazine images that I cut out, and let me put my phone up in here and everything. Okay, got some magazine images that I cut out. This is the composition notebook I'm going to be using. Now, it just looks like a regular composition notebook. I did it last year at school while we were cleaning out supply closet. But these are plain, see? They have no grid, no dots, no lines, okay? But indeed it is a composition notebook. Okay, so how old is this thing? We don't even know. I don't see no date in here. But, okay, we're going to use it. We're going to use it. I'm looking at this, but that's probably not a date, okay? This thing is old. I ain't never seen a composition notebook that look like this. But this is what we're working with, and we're going to use this with these magazine cutouts. Our other book looks like this. Now, this was a gift that I never used. And you see what it says. It says 2023, okay? That's real old. Never used it. And it is 2026 today. It's a planner. See? That's what it is. I told you it was, like a planner or something like that. But it's a very, very nice one. I never used it. And while I was working at my other table today, I spied it. And I said, oh, well, let's kind of maybe use that. Because I've been thinking about what kind of book I can use this year to just do quick makes or what have you on YouTube Shorts. And I'm thinking I'm going to redo this one. I'm thinking because I'm not sure. One thing is this binder is one piece. That's the one thing. It's one piece and it's got the hole punches, but it doesn't give you a lot of room for if it starts to grow because you're putting things in it. And, it's just going to be sitting up here like this and I can't do nothing. I don't know. So we might be covering that. If we are, I bought over some cheesecloth and I bought over this scarf. This used to be a very nice scarf, but the 3 or 4 pieces that it is have unraveled, and it's just like this. So when I saw it in my scarf bag a couple of weeks ago, I said, oh, take that downstairs. So there we go. And that's what we might use if we do that. But we're going to start with this book. And like I said, I'm going to put this right here to work for me. That's what I want to do. So let me find my Sharpie marker because I need that. And what I'm going to do is make some fun letters with these magazine papers. That's what I want to do with this. What do you mean, fun letters? All right, so I'm using that one. And there is this one right here. So I kind of looked through the magazines and figured out which ones I wanted to pull to make these words, okay? So I'm going to bubble out the words. Hey, Meatball. How you doing? I'm going to have to watch the people like, oh, girl, I'm ready to eat dinner. And my son just finished cooking a steak and whatever he got with it. And I'm like, I'm ready to eat, okay? So however you got to do it, honey, thank you for popping in and saying, hey, 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 all right? So I'm just simply just going to do this. Nothing fancy schwancy, but, just my own vibe and everything. That's where I'm at with it. All right? So that's the letter F. And I'm going to cut these out to put on this journal or whatever it is. It's a notebook, but I'm going to be gluing trash in it. So it's going to be like a glue page book is what it's going to be like ultimately, right? So I needed to cover the front some kind of way, and I was going to use letters because I have some letters from magazine papers that are already pulled, but not enough. And some of them are small. And because you got that composition background, you need something that's going to kind of stand out. So I said, I'm going to make my own letters. Okay? Let me do what I want to do. And so that's where we at with it. And then we're just bubbling out the word fun out of this magazine paper images. That's it. We're going to use the word fun. I heard something. I had to stop because I wasn't sure what I heard. My neighbors on both sides are doing something, but I was listening to make sure my son is okay. Maybe he was laughing or coughing. I ain't sure. He got a little cold. And it's his birthday today, too, y'all. And so I'm just listening. I didn't know what was happening. But you got to stay focused and you got to be alert because things can happen and you don't know what. So I'm just trying to make sure that all is well. I think this N is too big, but it's okay because you can cut inside or outside of the bold letters. I hear his chair moving, so he must be okay. Thank the Lord. Might not have been in this house. It might have been next door because they're pretty loud. They have it sound like, some kind of Super Bowl party. It's been happening for a while. I know it ain't the Super Bowl. I'm just telling y'all what it sounds like. I think the N is too big. I always do that, but I'm going to have to cut this thing on the inside like this. Let's come in here, down here. Okay, so you can make it as, let's see. All right, that might bring it down a little bit. Let's see. That kind of look all right. All right, so that's what we got for that. For this T, now, I'm using this cross because it's just cute. So I'm not even going to outline that. Then I'm going to use this for the letter R. Okay, now, the thing was, I want to go this way. Then I said, then I cut that corner off. But if I go this way, I might get some of it. So let's go this way. Like here, and here, and here, and here. Still lost the coin, but I got the piece in the middle, so it's okay. All right, and then we're just going over this just a little bit, just so I can kind of see if I can cut it down if I need to in some kind of way without making that one single line the line, okay? So fun trash is what we're writing at TR. I think I made this the A. No, that's the S. You got more shrimp. I didn't even know that. I wasn't focused. So I was having a hard time finding an A. So I said, listen, I don't have all day for this. So let's use this and come this way, all right? Because I done been through the Women's World magazines 2 and 3 times because I didn't want to look for any other magazines. And I said, just use this. It'll be fine. Okay? It's a little flower. Then I'm going to put this over to the side a little bit because I don't want to lose too much of the purple. You know what I mean? So that's where we at with that. And then we're going to try to make an S out of here. Y'all don't talk about my S because my S always be looking a little crazy and everything. But it's okay. It's the best way I know how to do it. Okay? And somebody might say, one of my principals said, it always have this thing right here. I don't know why. But one of my principals said one time, What kind of S is that? She was like, that looked like a duck. I was like, you know what? Don't say nothing to me. Don't even talk to me. She said, that looked like a duck. I was like, oh, okay. I was doing the best I could with what I knew. So that's it. And it's still coming out like that. And don't talk about it. Okay? Somebody said, add a question and answer sticker. Oh, well, why y'all take it off there? Okay, don't worry about it. Y'all mustn't really want me to ask them nothing because y'all put it up there. I know this is upside down, right? Who knows it's upside down? It's a salad. Okay, so we're going this way. And I guess we're going to just do it like this. I don't even know. Child, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's it. That's all we got. Okay, I think it's going to be fine. You can't really see the whole thing right now. Maybe you can. We lost the shrimp, but this is it. I don't know what else to say about none of it. I'm just making it up as I go to try and see if I want to add this to my book. And that's what I was thinking I was going to do. So we're going to give it a try. I think it'll be fine. I mean, it's just a little composition notebook. You don't need nothing fancy all over it and everything. You just need to know what kind of book you're working with, because sometimes I have books that I'm writing and sitting around and you'll know. It's like, man, that's not the right book and all of that. So just wanted to try and make something look like, it was designated for a particular thing. Okay. That's all this really is. So that looks all right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let's put it down here. Then you can see it as it's coming alive. Don't talk about my letter S, I said. Okay, I did the best I could do. Now, if you can cut one out in some kind of pretty way and everything on the magazine paper and stick that thing right through the screen and hand it to me, I'm going to use yours. But otherwise, we got to go with this one because this is all I got right now, okay? All right, here we go. We almost finished this one. We didn't get much of the image though, but you can't do more than whatever you can do, right? So just go with that. That's it. Little outline, little cut. That's it. It works a little bit. It works a little bit, okay? Let's finish getting it together and let's see. Who is this? Hello, Passion. How are you? How you doing? Happy New Year to you all. I hope y'all been having a great start of this new year already. I went to church last night and I got out of church. Service started at 10. I had to be there at 9:45. And I got out of church at like probably 1:51. When I looked, it was 1:51. When I left my church, it was like 10 minutes after 2 a.m. Then I got home from dropping off my daughter and my grandson, and then my mother from my church. And when I got home, it was 2:54 a.m. And then I was on the phone with my mother from my church until 6 a.m. on the dot. 6 a.m. So I only had like 4 hours of sleep, like 4 hours and 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something since yesterday around 6:30 p.m. So I'm ready to go to bed. But I said I had some things on my mind that I wanted to do for the first of the year. And some of them didn't get done, but some of them did. And this is not one of them, but the book work is one of them. But I ain't had this book set up the way I wanted to. That look all right. That A kind of chunky a little bit, but I ain't want to take too much of the flour off. Let's see. We might trim it down, but we ain't sure right now. This R looks like it's going to be way, way, way too big. But we'll see. We will see. So I did a couple videos these last 2 days, and one is doing particularly well. And I just finished doing a short, a maybe about half an hour ago or something. And I think in like less than 10 minutes, it had 51 views. I said, okay, it's growing a little bit real fast. So I'm happy about that because, listen, it's a new year and I'm trying to be focusing on, really building my channel. I'm going to start a Facebook group for my channel for these journals because, listen, I was encouraged by the lady. See, I knew that looked like it was too big. Ay, okay, maybe we can cut it down. Let's get the marker. And she told me, you got a group out there and you need to focus on where that group is. You can't find them unless you try to reach them. So start a Facebook group so you can find those people who are looking for you, okay? Versus you sitting around looking at other people. That look pretty cool. That looks pretty cool already. I like it. So I'm going to start a Facebook group. And I hope that you guys will come over and hang out with me because over there we're going to be doing what we want to do, okay? Making sense of where we are and not trying to get into the thick of, what everybody else is doing and the way they're doing it. At some point you got to please the algorithm, but the algorithm keeps changing. And so all I want to do is really, reach the people that I need to reach. And if I don't get this channel monetized, it's okay because it's somebody out there looking for what I have and they want to hang out with me and they want to, even pay me for what I know. So I don't really know who it is or how fast or when. I'm just, changing my channel name from my name only to Crafting for Life, I think. It's going to be my channel name, Crafting for Life. See, I didn't get to do that because I've been trying to get all the things done. And you can only do but so much at a time. And I wanted it all done, but I kept doing things that, was asked of me while I was on these 12 days break. And now it's almost time to go back to work on Monday. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you did what you could do and you did some good things like you organized this living room, you broke down your table, you got the other table situated, you've been making some videos and gaining some views. And last week I had 770 subscribers last week, and this week I got 8 new subscribers this week, meaning like since Tuesday this week I got like 8 new subscribers. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And who knows how many I'm gonna get today after I finish this video and the short that's already running that I already put up a little bit ago. So we right here and trying to, stay focused on that. We don't have no whole bunch of resolutions and things because resolutions, whoever came up with it, they talk about it annually about how many really went out. Some kind of poll goes around and they want to say this and that about what the people have said they're going to do and how many kept to some of it or all of it or none of it, that kind of thing. And I ain't got no resolutions other than to keep spending as much time as I can with the Lord and His Word, and to grow this channel as best I can. So revamping is part of the strategy that I'm using, and it's also that I am starting a Facebook page and I'm revamping. So I haven't even set to revamp because I have to redo my channel banner, and I started working on that not Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night I started looking at it. And then yesterday I didn't have a chance to really sit down and work on it because I had a few things that I needed to do that took time that I had not planned. It was going to be time consuming before I got a nap so I could prepare for church last night. Okay, so didn't happen the way I thought, but that's that. So we're working on it and we're going to get to it. Another thing is I am starting, y'all, a newsletter, right? So I'm going to start a newsletter, but first I am going to finish understanding. I think I have the full understanding that I need so far, but I'm getting ready to be on Substack. If you don't know what Substack is, it is like a platform. Hello there. I got some messages. I'm going to see what's up there in a minute. I saw something pop in my peripheral. But Substack is a place where you can, I don't really know the whole understanding, but I think it is like a blogging type of platform where you can write letters, newsletters, and that type of thing there. And people read your posts like that, and they can only comment. And because I'm subscribed to a couple of them on there. I need to save these because these are pretty, and I can use this for some other stuff here. Isn't that pretty? This just reminds me of my girl that I follow. Her thing is called Trashy Treasures, right? And she make a lot of stuff like this her own. So I'm gonna hold that because I might need it. But anyway, this is where we are. So I've been researching the Substack thing and everything. I was getting ready to do my intro video last night, but then I ain't had time. It's like, girl, don't start this right now, because if you do, you don't have time to keep with it, because you got to go do something to get your hair together so you can maybe do a video for that. And, you got to have all your ducks in a row. You can't just play and, lollygag. You got to focus. And I ain't have a lot of time to focus on that last night. So I said, let's wait till today. And then I was out with my son for a little bit. And then I said, you know what, jump over there at your other table and get these shorts together that you're working on in your mind for the last 3 or 4 days. Let's get that moving. So that's where I'm at. And now I'm right here showing y'all what we're doing over here. Okay, got 2 journals I'm still working on. One over there, that one's going to hold off for a minute because it's not right away. And then I got this one right here that I need to finish it sitting here. But, it's all finished. I just got to decorate it. Y'all watch me do a video the other day. Some of you saw it when I was putting all these scraps together and putting the glitter on and making tags and things like that out of a 12 by 12 paper. But today what we're doing is we are covering 2 book covers. Okay, maybe we're going to do 2. All right, so we got to see how we can arrange these letters. See, that's kind of cool, right? Right. That's why I chose it. I was like, if I get some colory stuff, it's going to be, all cool. So now we got to see how we're going to get this on here, because I know it's too big to go this way. Let's see if we do this like this and put this like this. Oh, yeah, that might work. Oh, let's see. We got to play with it, see how we want it and everything. We got to see how this can happen. That don't really come together the way we want that, like that. So let's just go another way, because I thought about this like this, but I knew that the word trash was going to be too long. So, because I chose this great emblem right here, but that's a letter T, and it's lovely, because whatever I'm doing, God is involved. That's all I'm saying. So I said, let's go with that for our T, but maybe we can put it over here and put that right there. And then put this right here, and put this right here, and put this. If you come with me, you can go. Yeah, that can work. Bam. Okay, so let's do that like that and everything. But we got to do something right here, because we don't like that. Okay? We don't like this right here. It's plain. We need something, or block it out or do something. I'm not sure. What can we do with that? Because that's just right there. At first, I was going to put it on that Wawa paper, and I was like, that might be too busy. I know how I can do this. So let me see the Wawa paper. All right. So this is, listen, everywhere I go, I save trash. Everywhere I go. Okay. This is the Wawa paper. So I was like, girl, if you glue this down on there and you get all this stuff, it's going to be busy and you don't know if you're going to like that. But here we go. Let's look at it. So let me wrap this around here so this can just act like it's on. Okay? Because I had this at first. And this is trash. And that's what's going to be in here. All this trash I've been saving this over there. Y'all don't even know. All kinds of trash. Most of it is food because that's what it is. And you don't have to have nothing. I follow what's her name? What's her name? Her name is Maddie, but I think it's like just Maddie or something like that. I forgot her name. Just Maddie. I don't really know, but I think it's Just Maddie. I think that's her channel name. But anyway, she was like, you don't need nothing. You just need trash. We made these spreads, her and her two children, her son and her daughter, and they sat at the table and they literally used nothing but trash. And she just made these spreads and she, is just doing good. I watched it from the first video that I saw and she just always, what am I doing? It looks the same to me. And so this is busy. I don't know if this works good. I don't know. That don't look so good to me. I mean, it's like, it's busy. So anyway, we got to figure out something right here. I don't know what it is. Mostly Maddie. That's her name. Mostly Maddie. And I watched her video. And, yeah, she was like, all you got to do is use trash and everything. And I knew that, but, I just be doing glue pages mostly instead of that kind of thing. But we're trying to do something different. Maybe we're going to take one of these off, okay, and just go that way. So I don't want to use a whole piece of paper, so I'm going to take this. This is a little bit greasy, but you won't be able to see it too much because we are going to put the other little pieces of magazine papers all around it. And the only people going to really focus on it is the ones who are trying to see some grease on there, okay? Now, we got that, and we're going to use this, okay? So this is all we're going to do. We're just going to put a little bit of glue on here, and we're going to slide it all around and everything, and just let the glue be on there, because I have those glue rollers that's like a white out. Y'all know what I mean when I say that? It's like that. I bought a pack of those, 12 of them for this trash because I can't keep buying this double-sided tape stuff. This expensive. So I bought that so that my trash can stick down. And it's like, how you going to put all that together on these videos, though? Because you got to kind of have that stuff in a way where you can move it along fast. I don't know how fast it's going to be, but I'm going to do it. If I might have to create my own short. You understand? The short to be, let's try and do it in 7 minutes, okay? These have to be shorter than 10 minutes, Joanne, okay? That's going to be the short if I can't get it going. So I only can do what I can do. So I'm not trying to do what everybody else is doing. I'm just trying to do what I can do. And that's it. Okay, so we're getting this going some kind of way like this file. So, look pretty cool already. Look pretty cool, right? It's not sticking down here real good because, the back of this paper right here, this Wawa paper is shiny on the back. It's like plastic or something like that. So you need, it's like parchment paper, but whatever it is, it's not acting right. But this here stuff, that stuff is down because this is just paper, magazine paper. It's very easy to adhere when you put some glue, whether it's a glue stick or not. And some glue sticks are cheap and it might peel up a little bit. But if you put some good glue with it like this one is, this wet glue is good glue, this stuff don't even give you an opportunity to peel it back if you ain't focused. But this looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. This will be down in a minute, I suppose. Okay, so we're getting this stuff going here. Let's see. We're doing good. We only got 39 minutes and everything, but we should be almost done with this because I don't know what I'm going to do with my book. I don't really want to mess the book up in terms of, you know, you can't mess it up, Joanne. You know, it's just if you're going to cover it and you end up not using it, that still can be fine because I still can pull the pages out. Okay, now let's make sure we get the R and not the H. I can pull the pages out and add them to a journal, several journals, you know, as you go. So I might just go ahead and go with my idea of what I was going to do to cover that because it's just convenient when you have, you know, a plan together. And my plan is to have the books that I want to work in available because I'm getting ready to go back to work. And when I come in here, I won't have to have no great excuse about why I don't have time to do a video. Because now a short take a long time. Okay? A short takes a long time. And, you know, because you got to take several clips of whatever you're doing. And then you got to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. And even in the process of the short that I was creating, I had to stop and use the not hot glue, the heat gun. I had to use the heat gun, you know, 3 or 4 different times in between so I could dry the work as I was creating it. And I won't tell you what it was. You got to go watch that short. Okay. And then I had to keep starting. Then I had to reduce the video down because you have, you know, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1.5 minute, all that, and 7 minutes and all that. And you got to break it all the way down to 60 seconds. And if it's over 60 seconds, you cannot add music to it. You have to have a video editor to add music over 60 seconds because YouTube won't give you an option to use. Now, they know that's not fair. Everybody don't know how to use a video editor like myself, right? And there's a whole lot of other people. But the whole thing is it took them forever to understand that it's a lot of work that goes into a YouTube short. It's a lot of work. I mean, when you look at this stuff and you see and you're like, wow, they did that and they writing and they drawing and all that. Do you know how many times they may have started over? Plenty. And it's not no joke. And then you got to keep starting over in terms of you messed up one thing right here. You got to start this thing over and you got to keep on until you get it right. And then you had to keep reducing it down till you get to 60 seconds. And you might be using a total of, let's say, 11 clips. It took you 11 takes to get that whole situation worked out that you was trying to do. And then it was a total of 48 minutes. You got to reduce all of your clips down to 60 seconds. Now, they just recently, it ain't been out 3 minutes that long, maybe 8 months to a year. So these people been working like slaves and you need 10 million views before you can get monetized on there unless you get a viral video that will give you all of the views that they want, you know, because you can get 10 million in a viral video and that can happen real quick. But other than that, honey, they mean these 4,000 hours watch time. They need that to happen for you every month. I mean, is it every month? I think it's every month. 4,000 watch hours in a year, something like that. 4,000 watch hours in a year until 10 million views in a year. It's like, oh, okay. All you can do is what you can do. So that looks pretty cool. I like that like that. That's what that's going to be. So this needs something right here because this is just, you know, but I don't know what that's going to be right now. So we're going to leave that alone. And this is that one. Okay. And now for this one, my idea was to put a piece of this cheesecloth right here. And then let's see how we're going to do it. Let's see. These paper scissors is messed up already. It's hard to tear this. Oh, this one is an easy one. Okay, good. I probably need a square, not this, like a square. That's a rectangle. I probably need a little bit bigger, wider piece, like this much. Okay. And then maybe I don't really want it to be like all straight, like it's a total square. I just want it to be in this shape. Yeah, see, I know this stuff hard to tear. All right, so now we want to pull these edges so it can be this ragged look like this, okay? Yes, that's what we're looking for. And then we need some ink. Let's get some ink. I don't want black because black ain't good. Get this brown one. And let's see what we can get. All right, so we're just going to use some of this because this is the natural color of this. But, you know, it just looks better when it's tea-dyed. But I don't have no tea-dye. So I can ink it on here because I ain't going to use too much of this for anything because it's too many things to make it all rough and bumpy and messy and everything. You'll need that side. Just a little bit of ink, help it out. Just give it a little grunge and everything. Okay? As you're cleaning your sponge, it looks like it. All right, so now we got that. And it don't look so, let me add a little teeny bit of black. I don't want it to be dirty though. See, I'm only touching it lightly because I don't want it to be too dirty, okay? Just a little bit of this. All right, so now, this is what I was thinking about for this book, to cover that up. I need this part down here because it's more of this section. So now I'm wondering, yeah, let me get my little sanding block. Okay, let's slide this up here and get this. Just so I can rough it up a little bit, just a teensy bit. Go across the green and everything, just so when I put the glue on there, you know, this one might need a little bit more. And then I'm going to put some little bit of glue on here like this. This was a really nice book. And I wanted to use it, but I didn't have a reason to use it. It could have been a reason, but when I received it as a gift, I was in a very stressful season and I wasn't writing about it. I was praying about it. So that's what that was. And I never got to use it. But this is something that I love, right? Y'all know I love this work here. I love this stuff. And so I can make good use of it and the money didn't go to waste. Because my son bought me this and I ain't never used it, but I kept it on my table because I said, you know, this is a good book. It's a nice book. And I want to use it someday for something. And I don't know what. Let's see. From 23 to 25. So that's good right there. And then, how you feel? Good. All right. And then I got this stuff right here, right? So this is a scarf, I told y'all. Okay, so I got this piece here. I'm going to get a piece of that. And I'm going to get a piece of the dark right here. We don't know where we're cutting it at because I don't even know what's going on. It's just right here. I'm going to get this and I'm going to get this. And we're going to use these two pieces like this. I don't even know how it's going to come on here. I'm making it up while we're going. Let's cut this again because it don't matter. I'm going to put all of it down, okay, in some form and fashion, okay? You don't have to have no kind of idea or understanding. There's no rules. And let me get my piece of book page because I said I wanted to get a piece of book page to put on here now. I'm going to put that on here. And let me find me a piece of book page. Come on, have a piece right here. Oh boy, I just thought about that. I forgot I said I wanted a book page. I forgot. Oh, I almost knocked in my whole journal bag. That would have been good because I didn't want to spill all that. But this is that project I've been working on and have not gotten back to. But that's good because when it's time for you to come in here after work, you can just say, okay, let's make a video. Let's work on some of this. All right, so here goes some book page right here. That's good enough. It don't matter. Just put some on here like this. And that's all we need is a little bit of it. Okay, just so we can see that this is what we're doing over here. Because it's all about books and repurposing books and saving them from landfills and making beautiful things out of trash. And that's all it's about, finding your happy space and place and know that it's okay. You don't have to have the measurements. You don't have to have the aesthetics. You don't have to have a book. You ain't got to write about it. You don't got to use a sewing machine if you don't want to. You don't have to buy all this fancy stuff. Mona's World. I think her channel is Mona's World. Mona said it's trash, so use it. I'm saying, okay. If y'all ain't never heard of Mona's World, I love it. She be saying, today I watched her video. She said, I saved all these paper bags, and so did you, so use them. I said, right? So, yeah, that's where we at with this whole thing. This thing is not a joke, but if you don't want to be swallowed up by these papers, honey, don't get involved. I'm just telling you, because this paper will swallow you up. And some people are very neat and very poised with this stuff, and they understand that it'll swallow them up. And others of us say, hey, it's okay. It's okay. So we just go with what we can go with. Yes, lovely. See how lovely that is? Just made that all nice and everything. You didn't even know that it was going to happen that way, but that's the way it happened. The papers will swallow you up, okay? Because you'll be looking and you just see paper and you just be like, man, I need that. I want them to throw that away. I want that. And you can't ask them because they don't even understand why you asking them for their trash. So you got to walk away and let that thing be all right and say it's going to be fine. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty cool. All right, and now we'll put this on here. We need to make sure that we got a little glue on here because this is like net, and this net need to stick. You can't play with it. Pam said bang it with the fist. Give it the pound and everything. So we're going this way so that it'll stick onto here. And it will when it dries. It has a little bit of silver in there and everything. And then maybe we'll put this piece of book page down here. It's looking pretty cool. I like it. I have not read these comments, y'all. I think y'all got some comments. I asked about resolutions and everything. I asked, anybody have any resolutions they want to talk about, share and everything like that? And let's talk about it in the chat. And I said, I have two. I shared mine too. I said, I just want to do, all I can to stay close to God and his word all this year. Because, distractions are happening. We in a day that is fast paced, and it's more than fast paced sometimes. Sometimes it's super fast paced and you can't even figure out what happened in a day. It's like, man, I don't even remember what happened. The day just came and went. All these things was going on, that kind of stuff. And so I just want to make sure that I keep God first in my life every day. And just, sometimes this paper swallow me up. I'm just saying. And he know it. And I've been getting so many people saying, things about this crafty life that I'm into and all of that. Like, you just so good. And it's almost like God is giving you this stuff to do. And he's watching and doing it alongside you or something like that. And I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, these people see these things that I don't even see because I'm yet over here, not really in the comparison game because that can happen real easy when you get into any type of thing that you are interested in. You start to see, even if like exercising and, weight loss and, makeup, whatever your thing could be, getting in book clubs and stuff like that. And some people are able to read and they can put all kinds of ideas together about the reading that they were, experiencing. I don't want that right there. That don't look like, maybe I want some more of this. And it's just a part of life, I think, that people are always trying to figure out how somebody else got as good as they are. And I have a sister in the ministry at my church who said one time years ago, she said, we busy ourselves. Basically, I'm paraphrasing what she said. We busy ourselves thinking about other people and what they do and how they are, and then we begin to think like we don't like them for some reason when it's really no reason to dislike them. It's just we're looking at them thinking that they don't like us because of this or that. Things that's just running through our head, but it's not true. And they're not even thinking about you like that, but they themselves are looking at you thinking you don't like them. And it's like, and it's real. It really be like that. And women have these kinds of issues. Women have these kinds of issues because we looking at her and we thinking that she's successful and she's this and she's that. And I wish I could do this. And if I only didn't have, these young kids and I didn't have this wayward teenager and all this kind of stuff. And this stuff be in our minds. And I'm not over here doing that. We need to stop doing that to ourselves and make sure that we, congratulate our own selves for the things that we can do. And then don't be afraid to share those things with somebody else. So that's where I'm at right now in life because I don't really know if I'm gonna ever know the language and the lingo to this crafty stuff. I really don't. And I really don't care. I really don't care. Because when they told me it was no rules, I started watching more and more. The stuff that won't let me go. It's just, you know. So I start watching more and more. And that's why I always talk about my videos, Pam at the Paper Outpost, because she's the one that God allowed me to connect with, that gave me permission to try because all my life I like paper and writing and all that kind of stuff. But it's very, very easy to try and get somewhere in life, but then you get caught up and hung up on the comparison game and trying to compete and trying to outdo and trying to outsmart, wanting to be intelligent and all this stuff. And maybe some people are and some are not, but they want to be. They want to be a part of something and accept it for who they are, but they don't know how to do that because they, have been just struggling in life with identity, not accepting who they are for whatever reason. Could be things that happened in their childhood or things, lack of love in the family or whatever. You don't know what it is, but these things are real. These things are real. And I know because I was 33 years old when I found out who I was. 33 years old. I always used to say I lived the life of a chameleon. If I was with these people or that person, I changed because that's how they were. And that's what they, socially accepted or whatever. And so I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted to fit somewhere. And I never knew that I didn't have to worry about fitting somewhere. So I was 33 years old when I found out who I was. And in 2026, we're not playing none of those games. None of them. And it's not a game. It really isn't a game, but it can be a lifelong feat that you trying to understand where you belong and how you should be and all that kind of stuff. And it ain't pretty. Ain't nothing cute about none of that. So this is what I got for this book. I think it needs something else. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe some flowers or something. But I ain't got no flower right here that's like a silk flower or something like that. I don't know. I don't have anything else that I want to add to it, but it looked like it needs something else because it's still a little bit dry, whatever. But I have these pens, glue pens, and I said I was gonna write 2026 on here. So let's see if that adds to it, because even Pam, I be everything Pam be getting, I be like, man, I gotta get some stickles. Man, I need some Nuvo drops and all that. I began to Google that stuff, and I was like, what is it? And they said it's glitter glue, and I said, oh, I got a lot of that. I'm not buying nothing else. I got a lot of glitter glue. So, but these fancy names and stuff. I got stuff in here that I was looking at today. Girl, you shouldn't have bought that. That was just stupid to buy that. But I was buying all of the stuff because I wanted to be successful and I wanted to have the things that made me look successful. I'm just saying, because this is what people using, and so you feel like if they using this, you got to have this, and it's not true. I wonder if I can put 2026, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Should I? I'm trying to figure out because I done stretched this all down here like this, and I'm trying to understand where I'm gonna put this at now because I don't want to put it on here. It's gonna peel off. It will be able to peel off if you put it on here, so we're not gonna put it there. And let's see if we just smooth this up. It's not dry yet, but it will be dry. Okay? So these kinds of things I want to be talking about on Substack and my writing or whatever. Honey, this is getting on my nerves. It needs some kind of maybe hot glue or something. I mean, this stuff will grab it in a minute, but it's just not dry yet. So that's why. And I keep putting it on here and then I moved it. So I like this lighter gray. Maybe that needs, this might need a little piece of light gray in here. Let's do something right here. And just drop a little piece of this light gray in there because I like it. Gray is my color. See, gray is my color. I love it. I had on a long gray sweater that my sister bought me for Christmas last night. I wore it to church. A long gray cardigan. It was real cute. I had that on last night, but this gray this is light and this dark, but I can make that piece work on the other one. So let's try and see. Okay. And just let this, hold on. Let's go this way because I see some glue. All right, now that's good. Now let's try and write 2026 on here. We're going to start with this. We're going to try to write it right here. 20. All right. Use this. Yeah, so. Uh-oh. I almost dropped it on there. Now I got to slide it back down. Don't worry about it. Just tap it back. Tap it back and squeeze and go. Let it suck it right back in there. Tap it. Tap it down a couple times. Squeeze and go get it. This works with glue and lotion too. Okay. And that's it. So now we got it back in there. Now we tap it back down, squeeze this way, and go out here. See, it's not, it's down here. I don't want to squeeze too fast again. But I got to be able to write. So come on, focus. Work with me. Work with me. Before it come out again. All right. All right. And then this still on my finger a little bit. So I'm going to just wipe this off up here somewhere. All right. And then 20, let's see. Will it work over here? I don't know. I'm going to try it. You might not be able to see this one over here because it's blue. Wonder if I should get another color because I might not be able to see this one. It's maybe too dark. Let's try this light one. Maybe this will do better up there. 20. This one not squeezing out. Maybe I need a little hole push in there real quick. I see something thick. So maybe it's going to come out, maybe. Let's see. Still not. Let's see. It's not coming. It's not coming. Let's try this. Let's try this all. See if we can get it. See if we can get it. Oh, we got something. Let's see if that's going to be the fixing piece for us. Magic key and everything. Now, let's see. Hold on. It's coming. Let's see. Yeah, it's thick though. I had to get another box to get this. Let me see something. See these? Sometimes it's haven't been used and it's just too thick and you can't get the little plug out that won't let it flow. So you gotta focus on these things. See it? There you go. And get that out of there. And we can use it too. Let's see. Let's see if we can use it. I'm rubbing it down. It's just glue. It's just glue. Somebody said, you use everything. You gonna throw it away? No, I'm not. Not gonna throw it away. We'll just put it right in our page somewhere. Or this, not the page, but this material. Right, because everything's a craft supply until proven otherwise. That's what Pam said. So that's how I treat it. It's okay. We're using this stuff over here, so why not use it over there? Let's make sure we put this on the right way for all of it squeezed out, and it'll be a problem. Now let's see, because we got that plug out, but that don't mean all of it is not this way. It's coming. It look like it's thick, but it's coming. Oh, this is a problem. Now we gotta make sure we get it. All right. Then we'll come and fill these in, connect them or do something like that. Stretch it down with the pen point. Stretch it down. Stretch it down. And put a piece here. Come on, baby, don't pick up. I want you to come. I want you to stay there. All right. All right. We need another piece. Just another little piece because y'all not playing too nice. But we started with you, so we got to make it work. Okay, so there we go with that. And then we'll put this one up. It's a little bit chunky, but it's going to be fine. And then we'll go ahead and drop this. Maybe we'll just use this blue because you can see it over here. You can see this one. But not up the top. You could not. Oh, baby, baby, baby. All right, let's see how we can get this on here. All right. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All the way around. And a loop. And there we go. This piece ain't working too good, but that's all right. It's on there. It's on there and it looks pretty cool. All right, so that's the way it's going down. We did all right for that. Okay, so now that's our new little journal look. We just have to move. Let's move these scissors because that's getting ready to tempt us to do the wrong thing because we can't play with our craft scissors like that. But we need to just move this back a little bit because we need you to stay up here where we asked you to be at. Okay? Stay up here. And while we're not looking, our glue tried to drop on this. But it was able to pop out and do something. So it's good. All right. Now, there we go. That's that. All right. So we got that. And we're good. Yeah, so that's it. It's looking pretty cool. I like it. Y'all like it? Somebody say use tacky glue. Tacky glue is going to do what? It's going to stretch out the glitter glue. Tell me what that'll do. Because I got some Aleene's tacky glue. Tell me what it's going to do. I got that right here. See? And I got the white kind too. So what you want me to do with the tacky glue? Oh, it says I use tacky glue. Oh, and you put it with glitter, or you talking about just to put this down? Because this is clear and it's tacky glue. But, I don't use it that much. I usually mix it with my Tight Bond white glue and my other clear glue. I bought a gallon of clear glue off of Amazon, big gallon of that stuff. And I put this one and the white one inside of it. And that's how I make the concoction of these glues. And it's real good. It's just not thick and drying up like that, like this thing did. That's what I understand happens with what is it called? Fabri-Tac. And then you got to keep on buying something so that it can run down and squeeze out. And you need a new nozzle all the time. I ain't got time for none of that. So I said, let me find me some kind of good glue. And this one says all purpose. And I got this from the Dollar Tree or Walmart. But yeah, so that's where we at with that. So, y'all, that's what we got. We covered this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not for this purpose, but if I don't, it's still cute. I'm thinking, I got to think how I'm going to do it because I think if I'm going to use it for that, it has to have one kind of theme for it. Like, just cover it with some scrapbooking paper. That's what I was going to take out, probably like 50 sheets of multiple pieces of, not multiple pieces, but different, what you call it, like from multiple books, different sheets of regular copy weight type scrapbooking paper, and get like 50 of them together and cut them in half. And then I can use them to cover some of these pages or something like that because I don't know how I would do it. See, that's where I'm at. Some of these people are super crafty and they know how to do stuff, but I was thinking, just cover the page or cover part of the page, or I don't know what I'm going to do in this book. But I wanted to reuse it because y'all see I ain't throw it away. I ain't send it to the thrift store. I ain't did none of that. I kept it. So I did this tonight. I covered that book and I covered this book, and we cut out the papers from magazine to make the word fun trash. Okay, fun trash. That's what's going to be in this book. And I got this idea from one. I used to be doing glue pages all the time, and I haven't done one in a while. And I said my next one is going to be with these trash package papers and all that stuff like that. And I'm going to do that. But I also follow this girl on YouTube named Lakia, and she always making spreads with all of the trash and food packaging that she buys. She said that's what she used, and I said I'm gonna start a book like that for this trash because I've been keeping that stuff for a long time. I don't even know why I was keeping it, and I got a whole bunch of trash over there. But you can just make these little shorts with that stuff. And so today I was researching, and I learned how I can add the captions and the music at the same time, and then change the volume of either my voice so it can be more music, or lessen the music, take that down so you can hear me or the ASMR over top of it. So these things I've been knowing, in different ways, but I just didn't know how to put it all together. Like I knew how to do some, but not all. And it still comes back to you need a video editor. So I've been looking and looking and trying to think and how I'm gonna learn this stuff, and I don't even know what to do with this stuff, but you just got to keep looking and keep trying because ain't nobody helping you. And when ain't nobody helping you, you got to figure it out. And I've been working on it and trying to figure it out. So here I am. And I'm going to be trying to, work in this book, and then at different times incorporate a little bit of junk journaling over with this book over there on my other table for my shorts. And over here, this gonna be what I do over here was junk journals, right? So that's where we're gonna be. But I got two tables, and I always been wanting to get back to the shorts, but shorts take a lot of work, and I was over here working. So I said I'm not getting ready to be worrying about these shorts right now because I gotta have a mindset to work on the shorts. But I'm glad that I got these two books covered because now I feel more prepared. And tomorrow is my hope to work on my banner channel, banner art, and then I can be ready to start moving. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do over here. Maybe I should put some of this stuff on here and rub it down or something like that. I don't really know because this is, it's just kind of dry or something. I ain't sure what's going on. And I was like, I need something white. I'm a person who need color. I need color. I can't do, black and white. Even when I'm writing, I use a blue ink pen and a black ink pen at the same time. So I write a little bit in blue and then I write in black. And it's time consuming, but I need color because I can't read. Like the paper, we're not reading the newspaper over here. So I don't know what's going on with none of it. So I just, have to have something because this black is just like, okay, we need something right here. And I ain't sure what. So let's try and see if we can get this to come on out and act like it want to play with us because we're right here with this. I'm trying not to push this up on my glue that's on my number there. Slide that up, and then we're going to put this on here. It's all right. Somebody said, well, why you put that right there? I don't really know. I need something right here. I'm trying to say I need something. So I'm putting this on here. And it's okay like this. Then it might help me think about, it's not just black. See? That's where I was at with it. And I like that because that's, now it's all sparkle and it makes sense to me some kind of way. Let's put some of this in here. Get this going. And catch it on an angle and it'll be just glittery and something like that. Y'all see I couldn't work with the white. I was like, this just white and it don't make no sense. But let me put this in here and this is good now. Okay? This looks all right. Anybody like it? Right. So that's where we at with that. All right, let me read some of these comments and things. Right, somebody in here speaking to Stacy and things. Y'all, that's right. That's what we do over here. We talking and having hellos and how y'all doings and everything in here. That's what I like. Okay? Because that's what we here so we can congregate and have conversations and craft and everything like that and talk to each other. That's what we doing over here. I get Happy Lobby, I'm a crafter too. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I hope y'all gonna follow me over there on my YouTube. I mean, not my YouTube, on my Facebook group, because I'm going to set that up. After I change my banner art, I gotta change my banner art first, and once I do that, then so everything can, be cohesive and follow me in one space, right? Because I'm not trying to be posting to no TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. I'm not doing all that because I'm not trying to reach the whole world. I'm going to be on Facebook group, and I'm going to link my YouTube there so that people can go there and we can have conversations and dialogue, and you can craft and you can post your stuff over there, and we can build a community extended from here over there and have conversations. And like I said, I'm going to be writing on Substack because I want to do a newsletter, and I have to do a newsletter because this is, I'm sorry, y'all, I was popping my fingers like that. I don't usually do that. It just happens. But anyway, it just happened for, I don't know. I didn't know when last time I did that because I'm getting too old to be popping my fingers. Meanwhile, I have to have a newsletter because that's how you reach people who, you want to be able to connect with and help in some kind of way. You'll know what people's needs are. And so I'm right there like that. It's a community of us like myself who are not very good with the computer. And I'm not good with the computer at all. And when I look at, like my mother, she like, you doing this so fast. I almost told y'all my name that she called me. And she say, you doing this so fast, I can't see what you doing. And I said, man, let me show you again. And then I just go slow and I show. I said, you see how I did it? And she said, uh-huh. I said, okay, now I'm back all the way out. Now you do it. And then she be talking and talking and talking, and she be doing it. And I be saying, right, so I need to learn this stuff because there's a whole community of elderly people and people in my age group a little bit younger. You okay? Are you going to work? Oh, okay. Be careful. And, and they don't know how. I'm sorry, y'all. I was talking to my son. He going out this door. And the people need to know how to do stuff. And, they don't know how to go to YouTube and research this stuff and understand it. And the people who trying to teach it, they talk so fast, and I know they got the feature where you can slow the people down, but if you slow them down, it's and you don't even know what they're talking about then. So it's like, somebody needs some kind of help somewhere. I'm just trying to help who I can help the way I can help them if they're looking for my help. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's it. So we're in 2026 and we're trying to do something and keep growing over here. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love it when y'all share and hang out with me, sharing, meaning that y'all talking in the chat to each other because that's engagement. And YouTube is looking for engagement. They be saying to me, like, you had this many views and this many chats, and people didn't just watch, but they liked and they comment, and they tell you all these things when you are, a content creator. But some of y'all already know that because y'all create too. But I'm just talking to the ones who don't create, but they just hang out with some people like me. So thank y'all for being here with me. I will see y'all again tomorrow. It's Friday. Yes, because in my mind right now, it feel like tomorrow's Saturday. But baby, tomorrow is Friday. And I'm so glad that I got 2 more days before Sunday. And then it's back to work on Monday. Man, if I could just have 5 more days off. 5 more days off with pay. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. But I'm getting ready to get off of here, y'all. And I thank y'all for hanging out with me. And I will see y'all on tomorrow. I will be back. I don't know if it's going to be a short or over here, but we're going to be out here doing something. Okay? So y'all have a good evening, a good morning, or whatever like that. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.